And now, KVHC presents The Hill Country Lawyer, keeping you informed on politics, businesses, and what's happening in the Hill Country. It's The Hill Country Lawyer with Doyle Weaver. For all your legal questions, call the law office of Weaver Law Group, PC at 830-896-3000. That's 830-896-3000. And now here's Doyle Weaver.
You doing?
Doing great.
Great. And we're going to tape this little program here at the end of the year. It's our little Christmas special, and we wanted to come out to the Salvation Army's Kroc Center here in Kerrville. I think it just newly opened. When did it open?
Just 6 weeks ago.
6 weeks ago. So this is a brand new facility. I want to introduce you to Captain Meredith and some of the things we got going on out here at the Kroc Center. So Captain Meredith, tell us now, where are we at right now?
We're standing in the middle of the Worship and Arts Center. It's a state-of-the-art worship and arts center. We have the Salvation Army, first and foremost, is a church. Right. And so at the heart of our mission is our mission for Christ. And so we hold church in here every Sunday, morning and night. But then it also is an art center, which we have what is called Kroc Kids Theater. And the Kroc Kids Theater does productions in here. They have classes throughout the year. And so we're impacting lives with the center in other ways as well. And I think one of the things, they've got a production coming up called Beauty is a Beast.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
Yes, mm-hmm. And they are going to be having a dinner theater in here one night.
Okay.
So that'll be a neat. And
that's the little people. I mean,
yes,
okay.
our children, and they're just great opportunities.
Right.
And we look for opportunities to use our facility in unique ways, and then we also have the opportunity to rent the center out for weddings and things like that, family reunions, different functions.
Okay. And I understand that there's also some conference rooms available at the center?
We have conference rooms available in the education part of the center, and we designed it as a ministry of the body, mind, and soul.
Right.
And so our body is on one side of the center, the mind is on the other. We're standing in the middle of the heart and soul of the Salvation Army. And on the education side, we have a number of rooms available, differing sizes and shapes, so that you can do dinners, you can do conference meetings, excellent audiovisual. It is state-of-the-art.
State-of-the-art equipment.
Yeah.
And I understand there's either access to a catering service of some kind?
We do. We have catering available,
okay.
And it's an added benefit of having a center where we have a restaurant that is open for breakfast and lunch every day. But we also have the ability, we had the chamber breakfast here for Kerrville a few days ago, and for Christmas. And they had, I think, 227 people in attendance, the largest attendance they've had in years. And we think that it was very well received. And that was done in our gymnasium, and everybody walked in and said, we don't even think it looks like a gymnasium. So that's kind of neat.
Right. Well, this is a beautiful facility. And I understand it is set up for stage work.
It is.
You got curtains and entrance and exit stage on each side.
Yep.
So if some theater group or somebody wanted to rent this or something, this could be a perfect situation for them.
Correct. We have the Hill Country Chorale going to be coming to do their spring concert here.
Okay.
So there will be different groups that come in and do different types of performance. It isn't the size of a Kowloon theater, so it's not a competitive thing. We seat about 250 to 275.
Okay.
Very intimate and nice size.
Yeah, I think that's a really great facility for that size. I mean, Kowloon's a little bit big if you got
right
a smaller group, and
that's right.
This kind of fits in there. Would work out really well.
Absolutely.
And this, you pointed this out to me. I don't know if the audience can get this. This is a manger scene. Tell us about this. This came from Bethlehem.
It did. It's a very unique nativity. My wife and I had the privilege of going to Israel in February of this year, and when we were there, we were taken into Bethlehem, and we went into a store and saw this and said, this is something we need to bring back to the Hill Country, because it is a beautiful piece of art that symbolizes what I think are Hill Country values.
It is beautiful. If anybody gets a chance to come by the Kroc Center before the season is over, and
always welcome to come.
Okay, I think we're going to have to wrap it up here real quick, but we're going to go to somewhere else.
We're going to go elsewhere,
and we're going to talk again about the Kroc Center. So we're going to take a quick break, come back with us, and let's see what's out here at the Kroc Center.
You're watching The Hill Country Lawyer with Doyle Weaver right here on KVHC TV. And now back to The Hill Country Lawyer with your host, Doyle Weaver.
Welcome back to Hill Country Lawyer. I am Doyle Weaver, and I'm here with the Kroc Center with the Salvation Army. And I think I've already introduced Captain Meredith in our previous segment when we introduced ourselves. And now we're going to introduce you another special guest we have today, and that's Frank Dunlap. Frank Dunlap is the executive director here at the Kroc Center. He's the one that's the guy that knows what's going on and how it gets worked, how all the work gets done. But he's going to tell us, and right now we're in the beautiful rec center, or the exercise room, or whatever we want to call it.
Fitness and Wellness Center.
Fitness and Wellness Center. Mm-hmm. And we're going to let Frank tell us about what's going on here in the Fitness and Wellness Center.
Thank you, Doyle. The fitness center is 4,600 square feet. It's by far the nicest fitness center in the Hill Country. Most of the equipment is Life Fitness equipment, and we also have Cybex, Precor, Cyfit, Iron Grip, and Hammer Strength.
Now, you just mentioned a bunch of names. I'm sure nobody out there knows what the heck you're talking about. But believe me, he's an expert. Those are good names.
They are good names.
Okay.
They're very nice. And the equipment is all state-of-the-art. It's brand new. And we do have television screens on each one of the cardio machines. In case you don't like what I watch on TV, you can watch your own.
That's great.
Likewise, all the equipment is iPod compatible, so if you don't like my music, you can bring your own. The center is open from 5:30 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night, 5 days a week.
Now, this center here is open at 5:30 in the morning to 10 o'clock at night.
That's correct.
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday.
So you can show up at 5:30 in the morning and use this
There'll
facility.
be somebody here to open the door for you.
Oh, that's great.
And on Saturdays we're open from 8 until 8, and then again on Sundays we're open after church from 1 until 7. And
but you could go to church, because you do have a church here.
We do.
So you could go to church and then just bring your duffel bag with you and change and do your exercise before you go home, right?
Or you could go in your gym shorts to church.
Well, I guess you could do that too.
I suppose you could do that.
Well, tell us about the memberships. How does one join this great facility?
Great question. You can go to our website, www.kerrvillecroc.org. There's an application there. You can fill it out and bring it in to our welcome desk, which is right in the front of the building here. One of our individuals there can help you sign up. It's a very simple process. The initiation fee is $30 per membership.
Okay.
And we do provide scholarships for individuals who fall beneath the wealth guidelines.
Okay. Now that's $30 a month.
It's $30 one time for initiation, and then the monthly fees are on top of that.
And what are the monthly fees roughly?
It depends. For an individual that's 62 years old or older, it's $30 a month. For an individual who's under 62, it's $35.
Really? Well, that's a great price. It's a great facility. This is beautiful. Got people using it right now. Got a lot of people in here. I'm sure this buzz is in the mornings, right?
In the mornings
Oh,
and after work is when we see the biggest
Very busy.
crowd.
Biggest crowd.
Exciting though.
Right. It is exciting.
And not full yet.
Yeah,
Not yet.
but we're working on it.
We're working on
it. That's right.
And there's a lot of nice, I do notice some nice machines. There's a lot of weightlifting machines here, bench presses, a lot of weights. I used to call them Nordic tracks or whatever, but I guess there's some other brand here. Oh, this is really up to date, first class stuff, and with the treadmills and the cycle machines and the individual TVs, you can't beat that. That's sophisticated stuff for a very good price out here at this center.
And I think we can also say that we have corporate rates that are available for companies that that have 10 employees or more. Isn't that right?
That's correct. And we also provide special rates for professional educators for individuals in law enforcement and first responders.
Right. And there are also classes. Do you have some kind of wellness classes?
We offer a series of classes. If you're a member here, a lot of those classes are free and are part of your membership.
Okay.
There are a couple of them that are a premium class, and we charge a slight dollar difference, but it's negligible money. And so we do offer classes in yoga, in Zumba, in spin classes, aerobics, and other programs. Okay,
well, this is a great facility if you're interested in getting your body fit. This is a great place to do it, and we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to tour the facility in another special area of the Kroc Center here with the Salvation Army. We will be back in a minute.
Thank you.
You're watching The Hill Country Lawyer with Doyle Weaver right here on KVHC TV. And now back to The Hill Country Lawyer with your host, Doyle Weaver.
Welcome back to Hill Country Lawyer. I am Doyle Weaver, and we're here today at the Kroc Center with the Salvation Army, and we're here with Captain Meredith. And we've been touring the facilities here, and now we are in a training conference room here at the facility. But before we get into what's here, available here in this office, let's talk about and explain to the people what the difference between the Kroc Center or Kroc and Salvation Army is, if there is any difference.
Well, there's no difference, and it is, the way I like to explain it is we have an umbrella that is the Salvation Army. We have our social services on one side, we have our Croc Center on the other side. And when folks are donating to social services, it doesn't pay the light bill in the Croc Center.
Right.
It helps other people.
Right.
The Croc Center in and of itself has to support itself through memberships, through rental and use fees, and we have an endowment that covers about 20% of the annual operations. So that the center has to be self-sufficient within the umbrella, because we can't rob Peter to pay Paul.
I understand.
It's inappropriate.
And that's very important right now, especially for this particular time of the season, because we all go to shopping, we all see the bell ringers.
Right.
And so understand that when you put that money in that
When
pot,
you put a dollar bill in the pot,
it doesn't go here.
No,
So you're not
it's-
paying for a fancy facility for somebody by donating in the pots here, because this is self-run, and it
right.
initiates its own income. So feel secure that when you're donating to the Salvation Army pot out in front of the store somewhere,
right.
that you actually are giving it to the social services for Salvation Army. It's going directly for them for the benefit of the poor people.
And that's been something we've been talking a lot in the community about recently, because I think there are some that think, well, when I pay $30 for a membership,
Right.
20 of it's going to do social services, so I don't need.
Well, that's another good point. Yeah, that's
you know,
not
that
it's
whole
not a
30
contribution.
Right, it's not. It is not legally. It's not.
We still
it's
need
a membership fee.
and we still need the contributions
We
on
do.
the other side of the.
We do.
the
To continue to help the
equation.
folks in the Hill Country,
Sure.
we have to.
And that's
have
what the
contributions.
Salvation Army is all about.
It is. It is about helping others, and this is a new way to help others, but it has to be a self-sustaining way.
Right, and it's a really nice facility. And like I said, this is a training room with training tables, and we've got audio-visual
It's
ready and available.
Yeah, it's got state-of-the-art audiovisual. We're actually standing in the end of two rooms that has an air wall in between.
And I think we got one of the trainers here. This is one of
Hey,
the trainers for today?
This is one of our trainers right here. It's RJ. How you doing, RJ?
Now, RJ's a crocodile.
He is. He is our mascot at the Croc Center.
He's the mascot for the Croc Center.
And he got pretty excited, and folks really took to him during all the parades in the Hill Country that we took him to this year.
Yes.
And so he's going to be getting involved in the schools around town, and we're probably going to be doing some things, some talks and things that are helpful to young people.
Right.
And when you talk about saying no to drugs and all those things that are
And that's right. That's really kind of what this facility is all about. It's all about family. It's all about
Wholesome.
children. It's all about,
wholesome.
wholesome. Here's a place you can come. It's got facilities, exercise, conference rooms if you need them.
Yep.
Catering, dinner rooms if
Yep.
you need. If you want to throw a banquet.
big community rooms for
wedding receptions. Anything you can think of. I'm sure they're
birthday
reasonably
parties.
priced. Birthday parties.
I mean, the center's set up for a number of these functions very nicely. There's an arts and crafts room that we'll be doing classes in. We have an on-site childcare for members and non-members alike. For members, it's about $2 an hour for 2-hour maximum while you're on the site. And then for non-members, it's $5 an hour for 2 hours while you're on site enjoying the facility. So very reasonable.
Yeah, and that is reasonable, and that's really a great
It's a
idea.
service.
It's a really great idea because that allows people who wouldn't otherwise be able to use the facility
Right.
because they had small children or whatever, to bring those children with them, that they can be taken care of.
That's right.
They can take advantage of that great fitness center that we've looked at.
The pools.
The pools. And then there's other kind of facilities that we have available. And we're going to look at a cafe.
We are.
here in a
We're going to
minute.
go see a cafe in a minute.
This is a great center. This is a great place to bring your family. And we're going to take a quick break because we're out of time on this segment. Say goodbye to Mr. Croc. What's his name?
See you, RJ.
RJ. We're calling him RJ Croc. So say goodbye to RJ Croc, and we're going to be back in just a minute for our last segment to talk about the Salvation Army and the Croc Center. Thank you.
You're watching The Hill Country Lawyer with Doyle Weaver right here on KVHC TV. And now back to the Hill Country Lawyer with your host, Doyle Weaver.
Welcome back to Hill Country Lawyer. I am Doyle Weaver, and I'm here with Captain Meredith. And we've been touring the Kroc Center here in Kerrville, Texas. And we now have our special guest, Carolyn Brown. Carolyn Brown, I believe, is the manager over the restaurant here, or the cafe, I guess we should call it.
Food services and the RJ's restaurant here.
Okay, and tell us what RJ's offers to the Kroc Center.
RJ's is a really nice, comfortable setting with fresh coffees, espressos, fresh breakfast with burritos, breakfast sandwiches, salads. And we also do pot pies and eggplant parmesans that you can take home at night. We do a variety of things here.
Okay, and what are the hours? When are you open here?
We're open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. in the evening.
So 8 to 8, except for Sundays, I guess?
We're not open on Sundays right now.
Right now.
We may reevaluate that down the road a little bit, but we've been open 6 weeks and it's early.
Okay,
so we're not trying to overdo it.
All right. So are you part of the catering? Is that somebody separate?
She oversees all the catering.
I oversee all the catering. Anything that has to do with food, I oversee. The catering, we do many different events, and we are booking right now for birthday parties, weddings. We had the Chamber of Commerce here. It was 227 people. It went just
great day.
Wonderful.
Great morning. And Carolyn is the one responsible for it happening, so she did great.
And we have a small little area here for coffee or sandwiches, whatever. But we also in the conference rooms, or we have food facility rooms,
community
rooms you want to call them, where you can do catering into those rooms for different events. So this isn't the only place. It's kind of small right here, but this is just for little coffee, cafe, sandwiches, and those. But you also said you do takeout. So is that right?
We do takeout right here in the RJ's. You can buy something to take home, big enough for a dinner for 2 to 4 people.
So somebody would call and say, "I want this," or
we can handle that.
We can handle that, yes.
And they can just come by after work, pick it up, and take it home, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Is your menu online, or is there anything like that online yet, or?
Not yet. I'm working on that right now. We've
Okay.
got banquet menus being presented, and we're going to put that online real soon.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a great facility. That's
Very
really
good.
great if you're here using the facilities. You got some place to get a cold drink or a
That's
hot
right.
cup of coffee, get a quick bite or a sandwich, no matter what time, 8 to 8. It's available.
And it's it's a very inviting community build. You build community in places like this, and it's a community building setting.
Right. That's right.
We've designed it in such a way.
Okay. Well, listen. Let's talk a minute about. We mentioned earlier, and we didn't get it covered in the earlier sections, but we talked about this child care that you've got here at the Kroc Center. Explain to the people how that works.
Well, we have two programs. One is the after-school program, which happens all during school days, and it is very reasonably priced. It is subsidized. We then are able to provide it in an affordable fashion. It's an excellent program. We used to have 43 was our license. Now we're licensed for 200.
All right.
We have 100 in the program right now. We're not trying to do too much too fast, and it's going very well. We also have the day camps that are when school is out.
And that's going to start next week, or when is that?
Correct. It'll be the next 2 weeks, 7:30 in the morning to 5:30 in the afternoon, 4 days, the 2 weeks. And that'll be, I think, $60 a week. And we also, one thing I have to say is that we offer scholarships based on federal poverty guidelines to these programs.
So if somebody's got kids and they're out of school and you work and you don't have a place to take care of them, you could take advantage of the camp and bring them out here. It's reasonable.
That's right.
All right, so you won't be in such stress over that. So
That's right.
And it's also a good place to maybe for a day to bring them, so you go shopping or something like that.
We can probably accommodate that.
Okay, all right, great. This is a great facility for that. And quickly, let's mention that we do have a swimming pool.
We do, a big one.
Big lap pool.
2 of them.
And a water park. Of course,
It is a water park.
probably not all that attractive this time of year, but this summer you're probably going to appreciate that.
Yes, we will.
So that is available out here for
It is.
people who want, and you always need contributions.
We do.
Okay,
We
so
do.
if you're interested in contributing to the Salvation Army, call out here at the Kroc Center, Captain Meredith. This is a great facility. We can see the great work you're doing for the Salvation Army. We appreciate you in our community. And thank you all for being here. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year,
And God bless you.
and God bless you.